Both movies have heroes that are supposed to be in their teens, but the actors are 10 or more years older than the characters they play in these movies, so it's really not that sad when the heroes are abandoned by their guardians at the beginning because technically they're not minors in real life. The difference is Pete is abandoned by his mom and dad and is raised by his aunt and uncle. Leonardo and them are abandoned by April and raised by a rat. I usually don't agree with daddies running out on their babies, but these dads had a good reason this time. There were two scientists working together on a dangerous chemical toxin. In Spider-Man, they tested the chemical toxin on spiders, rats, and lizards. And over here, they tested it on turtles.
And we were going to use rabbits.
One of the scientists dies, and his son or daughter wants to research the events that led up to his death. The kids put all the evidence on their bedroom floor and get the study in. It doesn't work, so they surf the web for more info. Peter can't find Jack because he uses Bing. Both of the characters with the most lines in their movie then goes to their dad's old scientist buddy's house to talk about their old research. The dad's old science buddy tells the kid that none of the experiments worked and no animal could ever survive the testing. Except April O'Neil proves Sachs wrong because she shows him a pic on her camera phone. Parker makes Connors look like an idiot when he shows him the decay rate algorithm on a wide rule sheet of paper. Speaking of survivors, a group of reptiles in both movies survived the chemical reaction. Over here, the reptiles are teenage mutant ninja turtles. And over here, he's a middle-aged mutant lizard. In both movies, the reptile's life is full of crap. I mean literally because they live in the sewers or whatever. The secret hideout works in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and nobody other than the bad guys find out about their existence. In Spider-Man, not so much because the entire city finds out about the giant lizard. Obviously, if the news gets some leaked photos of the mutants, it would jack up their ratings higher than the last episode of Seinfeld. So April tries to take their pic, but Leo is camera shy and politely asks for the camera back.
Would you please hand over the camera?
Connors is camera shy too, but he's allergic to manners, so he doesn't ask nicely, he just breaks Peter's camera. 30% of the world's viral videos are from New York. So it's amazing how the turtles are able to keep their identity a secret. There's a subway fight and no one even gets a close look at the heroes. Peter's such a show off and puts his powers on full display for the whole wide world to see. That same night, the hero gets home late and the Guardians are like, where were you? And the heroes are like, chilling and stuff. You think they're going to get punished, but they just get fed instead. Peter eats meatloaf while the turtles eat some pizza. Both heroes in these movies are the same, but different if that makes any sense. For example, both of them are extremely agile and can do handstands for a really, really long time. But Pete does his way up high on rooftops where nobody could see. And the turtles do theirs way down low underground where nobody could see. Both heroes do this cool ninja thingy where they can sneak into your back seat and you never hear them back there until they're like, boo, or something. And lastly, both heroes are extremely durable. There's a scene where the heroes are skiing, then jump on the back of this white truck. Then you see him swinging and dangling on the side of a vehicle. And you're like, he's probably going to need some stitches after that. But nope, because anytime Pete needs a patch job, he uses webbing. And with the turtles,
my shell's cracked. Just tape it up.
They use duct tape like the one seen on Raph's shell throughout the movie. Both heroes tell their identity to the main lady on the roof. When April finds out,
it's just a mask. See? Don't freak out.
She faints. It turns Gwen on and she starts tonguing down Pete without permission. Back at the company, the scientist doesn't want to use the toxin on humans, so he's fired by the CEO. The scientist in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the CEO, and it's his idea to use it on humans. Connors tests the toxin on himself for, selfish reasons. Sachs tested on a Foot Clan soldier for, selfish reasons. One of the main reasons a lot of people don't like Superman, Neo, and Hulk fights is because they're way too invincible. I like seeing heroes get kicked around a lot, so it's low-key funny when the heroes get tased in these movies.
Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me! Ow! Ow! Ow!
Difference is the turtles need adrenaline to get their strength back. Spidey gets his back when his Spidey senses start tingling. On the way to the final battle, there's a part where their backs are facing the gunmen, and the gunmen's all like, on the count of 5, I'm gonna bust a cat. I'm paraphrasing, of course. The turtles are literally bulletproof and don't really care. Pete cares because he's only technically bulletproof, but because of his strong communication skills, he's able to dodge bullets too. The final battle takes place on the roof of the Fortune 500 company the scientist works at. The bad guy places the toxin on this metal rod thing, and when the clock hits 0, it's going to infect the entire city. Shredder gives the turtles 5 minutes to spoil his plan, which I agree with because turtles aren't the fastest creatures, so it makes a fair fight. Connors gives Spider-Man only 2 minutes, which is cheating in my opinion.
Detonation in T-minus 2 minutes.
No one gets infected by the toxin in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but in Spider-Man, a lot of people aren't able to hold their breath long enough and turn into lizards. The turtles make a plan and say they'll go after the monster and April will get the antidote. In Spider-Man, he says, I'll stop the monster and you go home. But Gwen gets the antidote because she never follows directions, which is one of the main reasons she died to death in part 2. The tower falls and debris hits the city with Shredder falling to it like, no. Connors is like, no, too. But not because he falls, but because Peter almost falls, but Connors catches him. Their dad almost dies, but they use the mutagen in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to save him. Gwen's dies and nothing could save him, which shows how dying a horrible death because of Spider-Man runs in their family. Now you see why I never wanted to do this video, right? You guys kept asking and I told you these movies were completely different. Even the sequels are nothing alike. Oh, never mind. I forgot about the human rhino. And those are 24 reasons these movies are different. So truth or dare, like and share, leave a comment under there. If you don't, that's not fair. This thing took a week to prepare. But I'm not a rapper though.
Best elevator music I've ever heard.